In DevOps today, staying relevant means continuous learning and seamless collaboration. Hello everyone, I'm your host Dalvinder Kaur from lovely Professional University. Today we are exploring DevOps trends in the age of generation AI. Success to build your career. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Miss Priyanka Gupta, Assistant Professor, School of Computer Science and Engineering, LPU. With over 15 years of teaching experience and a strong background in CSE, Ms. Priyanka Gupta brings extensive expertise in DevOps, specialization in tools like Docker, Ansible, and many more. She is known for the insightful live demonstration and the delivery of high quality projects. So I would like to introduce the admission nominee also in this webinar, Dr. Kavisha Duggal, Assistant Professor, Lovely Professional University. With over 10 years of teaching experience and a passion for research, Dr. Duggal is currently pursuing her PhD in fascinating field of gamification. Her impressive track record includes over 12 international publications with the Best Smart Education Award from the Ministry of Urban Affairs. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in between this webinar. And now I hand over the things to Ms. Priyanka Gupta, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from her. Welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. All right. Very good afternoon to all the attendees and the participants. So firstly, I'm sharing my screen. So here, actually, now I'll be telling you about DevOps. And I relate this DevOps with AI because nowadays AI is very popular, as we all know, right? So everything we are actually dependent on AI, and DevOps actually is very trendy and in-demand tool actually in the IT sector, right? So firstly, let me just tell you this will be the layout for my presentation of today. So I'll be telling you about what exactly is DevOps, how DevOps and generative AI actually works nowadays perfectly. And then I'll tell you a career in DevOps, how you will be taking advantage as a DevOps engineer in future. Then I'll be showing you one case study of DevOps with AI. And a little bit hand-on, I'll be showing you on a cloud platform of AWS. So firstly, what exactly DevOps is? DevOps actually, we all know whenever we talk about software development, right? There are so many phases of it, right? So firstly, we need to plan anything, and then we will be working on it. We will be coding, and then we will be testing, monitoring, deploying, everything. All are the phases of it, right? Whenever we are talking about any software development. Now, what this dev and ops, actually, it is a combination of two words, development as well as operations. In any IT company, now there are two different sections of it. Whenever we are talking about software development, one is the developer team, another one is the operations teams, which will be testing and automating the things, right? Now, there was actually a mismatch so many years back. Let us say a development team is sitting in one room and operations team is sitting in another room. Development team did their own work very perfectly and handed over to the operations team. The same code has worked on development teams systems, but not working on the operations team system. So there was a mismatch. So it was earlier when there was not a concept of DevOps. There was miscommunication and lack of collaboration between them. Coding developer team says I have coded the application or any app or any software, and they are saying operations team say that we are not able to deploy the same application, whether your application is perfect. So there is no deployment guide well defined to them, to the operations team, and as a result software release delays, which actually was not acceptable, because we all know nowadays nowadays, we want everything to be fast, right? So no delay should be introduced. I mean, we can't entertain any kind of delays. So looking into all these things, and major drawback was conflict of interest. Development team says, okay, I'm doing my work, which is perfect. Operations team is saying, I'm doing my work, which is also perfect. So there was conflict interest, there was miscommunication. That's why a concept, both the teams collaborated together in a single platform. We call it as DevOps, which is very much nowadays in demand in the IT sector, right? And it actually works on all the platforms and all the things that software development, how it does, how we do the integration, how we do the automation, and everything actually now been very much sorted in the form of that both the teams collaborated together in a very good manner, right? Then this platform, and which is also nowadays very much popular. Platform means some common things, some common platform where all these things will be, good for us whenever we are talking about a single platform. Now here you can see in this picture, DevOps teams, as well as the application teams, the operation team, the security group, they all are coming together in a single platform, and they are using so many applications like AWS, like any tools of DevOps. There are actually multiple tools on which they are having different purposes. Like for configuration management, we do have Ansible and Nagios. For automation tool, we have Kubernetes, and we have Docker for containerization. So all these tools actually now comes under a single platform. We call it as platform engineering, right? So DevOps actually works on this platform engineering also. Then as we all know, AI is very popular nowadays, right? So how DevOps actually collaborated with AI. So okay, let me just explain it with very simple manner. Let us say I'm talking about any ordinary person, and second I'm talking about any engineer, any technical person, right? So one problem I'm giving to an ordinary person, which is non-technical, another the same problem I'm giving to the technical person. Definitely, which gives us the good results, the efficient results, the technical person. That person used some optimization into it, right? Let me relate it with one more example. Like we do have two terms, hard work and smart work. Nowadays is the era of smart work, right? We all agree on it, right? So smart work actually is just to save the time. We use some optimizations, we use some algorithms into it that saves our time, which actually nowadays we are preferring, right? So to do some optimization into DevOps, we use this artificial intelligence. So chatbots is a very good example under it. Chatbots, these have been used in so many further fields like medical. We are saying, okay, like in education, we are saying NLP also comes under it, right? Because we all know that Google provides us so many tools that we can communicate in our own regional language, right? So any person can speak on Google, and they can get every data. So everything is through this AI. Chatbots are very common and mostly used nowadays. From this, we can get all the information related to any field very quickly, actually, right? So customers' behavior, they are looking on better user experience, because nowadays each and every company is working on the quality. Let me give you one more example. Let us say if I want to buy a latest mobile phone from a market, definitely our concern is speed, right? So processor speed should be fast. So means nowadays is the era of speed. Everything should be fast. And there's so much technology is changing day by day, and we are just working on these AI tools and all these. So it makes the user more friendly and gives us very good response easily, right? And I hope you all have heard about this chat GPT tool also, right? So this also actually is a collaboration of generative AI with DevOps, right? So chat GPT gives us so many detailed things. It helps us in getting the information very quickly and precisely. So AI actually is using nowadays very rapidly, and it helps us. It saves our time. Whenever, let us say, if I need to search anything from a textbook, right, it will be more time consuming. Instead of it, I just have one AI tool with me. There are so many AI tools. This is not the only one. So I just make use of that AI tool in some productive way. To get the knowledge of anything, right? To helping in some figures, or it saves our time actually, right? And we can make use of the technology in a better way to improve our skills also, right? Let me play one video for you. For this, let me play it. So I guess it will not play. Okay. Next comes is actually one more important thing over there is DevSec Ops. It is a collaboration of three terms. Dev is development, Sec is security, and Ops is operations. DevOps actually was used for so many days, but nowadays we want everything to be secure also, right? If I talk about any of my data, if I talk about my mobile phone, if I talk about my home also, so I want a full Z security for it, right? So in DevOps, it's a collaboration with security. So there is a term DevSecOps. Nowadays, very common. And most of the IT companies, they actually proposed a role of DevSecOps engineer. Earlier, it was DevOps engineers only. Nowadays, they are actually focusing on DevSecOps. So they just added security into it, right? So that is also one of the main feature of DevOps, very common nowadays, right? To add the security features into DevOps. So there are the benefits of Gen AI and DevOps, right? As I told you, optimized application performance. Optimization means smart work, which I told you. So I reduce my code, I use some shortcuts, I use some new technology into my traditional algorithm, into my traditional application, and make it better than the previous one. Better in terms of definitely time. The time complexity will be very less in this. Faster time to market. As I told you, if we don't use the concept of DevOps and AI, the software release and the software which will be reaching to the customers will be, in a delayed manner. But in this generative AI and DevOps, we are using faster time to market, right? Automation, as I told you, there are so many DevOps tools. Kubernetes is there, Ansible is there, Nagios is there, which are actually very popular for automation, right? By using these tools in our application, in our platform, we will be using automation, which will be actually very helpful in the software nowadays. Then real-time threat detection, very important one. Guys, like we need to have the threat detection, like if I talk about the cyber. So again, security is very much biggest concern as we are using technology very rapidly. So it actually gives us the collaboration of Gen AI and DevOps gives us real-time threat detection. We can detect the threats real time on the spot using multimedias. Quick response to issues. Definitely, as I'm telling it again and again, Gen AI and DevOps combination gives us in terms of better speed, in terms of everything to be faster, right? And quality, definitely it will be improved, because if I'm talking about, okay, so many years back, the things were very, obsolete. Nowadays, we are using so many things, the latest one, everything. I mean, whenever we are going to market to buy any household thing also, you know, we want everything to be the new fancy and which is new in the market, right? So why not in the technology? So we are always keen to learn the technology which is new in the market, right? And definitely which thing is new in the market will be better in terms of anything, like according to our requirements, whether it's quality wise, whether it's speed wise, whether it's look wise or all these things, we are getting attracted, right? So again, I'm just telling you, if we want to buy anything like a latest phone, it actually always, the technology always attracts us. There are some limitations also in terms of cost, in terms of some optimal solutions. Human supervision is necessary actually. Sometimes now, if I talk, okay, if I'm talking about any latest technology, definitely uh, a person should know something about technology who can operate it, because any person who is not a technical one, or who is illiterate, he actually needs some time to understand that things. Not immune to biases, so it can be biased to anyone, and need for continuous improvements. Definitely, whenever we are talking about, okay, Samsung launched this phone this year, definitely with the competition with other mobile companies, they need to give some improvements in the market very quickly, right? Because there's a lot of competition in the companies itself, in the technology itself, right? So whenever any company launches, let us say Google launches any new technology in the market, definitely Microsoft will be having the competition with them. They will be also thinking to launch the new technology very soon in the market to compete that particular company, right? So all these things they need to keep in mind. So this is the future of Gen AI and DevOps. There are little bit phases of DevOps actually. So BYOD is the popular one. Bring your own DevOps. This is actually very good thing. I'll just explain you how it works. Bring your own DevOps means DevOps actually is having the tools. I told you there are so many combinations of tools according to our application. We can use it, right? So whenever I'm saying, okay, bring your own DevOps means I've given you one application. You need to design any of the application or any project. So I didn't restrict you for any tool. So you can use your own tools. Bring your own tools. That will be a comfort level for you, and that will be easy to make a good environment for you, right? Then comes this best in class DevOps. So best in class means there are some standardized tools. They're best actually in any terms, in maybe in automation, maybe in continuous monitoring, continuous delivering tool, right? So they are best actually. So we can use that whenever it is required in any of the application or any of the software, right? Then comes as do it yourself DevOps, DIY, right? So means uh, nowadays is era of customization. We all know everything we want customized, right? So whenever we are designing our own home, we want customization. We need to customize our room, we need to customize our curtains and everything. And whenever we are talking about kids, so they are going to school, they need to customize their school bags, right? So according to again today's needs, we need everything to be customized. So in DevOps, we can make use of our tools, as well as we can customize our own applications. Like we can customize our own website, we can customize our own images, everything we can do it by using the DevOps tools, right? Last is DevOps platform, which is again very important, which I little bit explained you earlier using platform engineering, right? So there will be a single platform provided to you where you can make use of any number of DevOps tools. That single platform will be transferred to the operations team. They will be testing on it. They will be doing the automation or deployment on it. And then that particular software will be then released to the market accordingly, right? So these are the phases which I explained you for DevOps. Right. Next, this is the conclusion. Very much important that in DevOps future, there are the chances that collaborating DevOps with AI makes us better results, better in terms of quality, in terms of speed, and so many things, right? So most of the companies, they are actually, the DevOps companies, they are actually working in the collaboration with the AI and DevOps, including DevSec Ops, which includes the security in it, security feature in it. Now I'll give you a little bit hands-on on AWS to create the customize. As I told you, some customization things are there nowadays. So AMI, the Amazon Machine Images, I'll be working on. AWS actually, guys, is a cloud service. Cloud, we all know there is a common, platform where we can upload our things and we can get it from there. There is no space issues in it whenever we are using cloud. Three companies are actually providing the cloud services, right? So one is Amazon, which is AWS, Amazon Web Service, we call it. Second one is Microsoft Azure by the Microsoft team. And third one is GCP, which is by Google, Google Cloud provider, right? So three companies are providing the cloud services. So let me just show you how we can make use of this AWS. Let me now share my screen for this AWS thing. So I opened my AWS account. It will look like this, right? So this is Amazon Web Service. This is the homepage of it. So I need to go to EC2. So I can go from here also, or I can directly type EC2 over here. So this is EC2. There we will be working on it and creating our customized AMI image. So I'll be just clicking on this EC2. I already was on EC2's dashboard. So I need to just show you again. That's why I open it again for you. So here it will gives us all the information. Let me just tell you. Firstly, it will tell us the instances. So we are just creating a few instances on any cloud service. I'll be working. Let us say I need to work on one project. So firstly, I'll be creating one instance where I'll be working on it. Then I'll link it with another instance and so on, right? So here you can see there is 0 instance, which is there. So I need to actually show you the launching of the instances. So I just click on instance. So here at the top is the window of launch instances. So I'll click on launch instance because no instance was running. So I'll show you how we can create the instances on this AWS platform. So the window will be like this, right? So I was talking about this AMI. This is Amazon Machine Image, which I'll be creating, right? So by default, you can see over here, number of instances 1. So I can increase over here if I need to. So I can write down 2 instances over here, right? And any numbers I can increase. So I'm just using 1 instance. So here you can give any name of your choice, right? So let us say I'm giving the name as instance 1. So I created first instance. This is the name I've given. Now application and operating system images, which are the application machine images I was talking about. By default, it is Amazon Linux AWS. So we will be working on it. If you want to work on Ubuntu, you can use this Ubuntu also, which is the part of your Linux, right? So, but I'll be working on this AWS. So this is my AMI, Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. So this is the description of it. This is free type available, right? Then its architecture is of 64-bit, and then comes this instance type. This is very important one. According to our usage, we can use it because sometimes we require 2 CPUs usage and more than 1 gigabytes of memory. Then we can change from here. The drop down list is also provided, but by default it is T2.micro. So I'm just using this T2.micro, the instance type. So its description is given over here. That number of CPUs is 1 and memory is 1, right? So I'm using the same one. Key pair. So either you can create your new key pair, or you can just select if it is already any existing key pair I have made, right? So nothing has been made over here. So I can create my own new key pair. So I can name it as key 1. Right. So here, this is the key pair I just want to create. Just a moment. So this is key 1. So I'm creating this key pair. So you can see key one has been created, right? Then network settings, we are not changing any network settings. You can see by default the network is this VPC, right? And subnet, I'm not preferring any subnet. By default, it is no preference. If you want to use any subnet, you can use it. And security groups, you need to check whether you are working on any web, like you can host your own website also, right, through AWS. So for that, you can use HTTPS or HTTPD. So here I'm just allowing SSH traffic and anywhere. I'm not specifying any IP address over here. So I'm just clicking on anywhere, which is the by default one. If you want to specify any IP address, so you can customize over here your IP address also, right? But I'm using anywhere. Then the storage is 8 gigabytes by default. You can add the new volume if you according to your requirement also, right? So everything has been done. Now I'll be clicking on launch instance. So it will launch my instance. It is taking some time. So any number of instances you can create, like in one instance, you want to install Docker. In second instance, you want to install, let us say, Ansible or any other tool. So according to your requirement, you can launch those. So successfully, my instance has been launched. Let me just show you on EC2 Management Console that my instance will be the state of the instance, whether it is in a running state or the ready state, it is showing, right? So I'll be showing you that it is taking a little bit of time. So by this now, once the instances have been created, so we can connect them and use some of our commands to according to our application. We can either use the application. So here you can see the name was instance one, which I created, and now it is in running state. So it will give you all the explanation of instance type was t2.micro, which I shown you. So these were all its descriptions, right? So now if I want to, connect it with some commands, so what I need to use is I connect that, right? So connect using EC2 instance. So I'm not changing any of the options of it. EC2 on EC2 instance, I'll be working. So now you can use anything like I'll be just showing you the status of an inbuilt service, which is the Nginx, how we can install it, how we can check the status of that image or any service. Even you can host your website, as I told you. So for that, you need to enable HTTPD, and then you need to tell the IP address of your website and everything. So here you can see, guys, this is the AMI, which we were using, Amazon Linux, right? So now I'll just show you that I'll be just installing Nginx service. So for that, I need to come to the root directory. So for that, the Linux command is sudo su and then hyphen. So you can see now I'm at root, right? Just a minute. Sudo su hyphen is the space. Right? So can you see it has been written root now. I'm at root, right? So few Linux commands are actually being used in DevOps, because in any company's job description in JDs also, they are mentioning that you should know these particular tools, as well as you should have good knowledge of Linux commands, right? So firstly, I was into root. Now I'll be just updating my system. So how I can update? Yum actually we are using for the Linux commands, right? So I'll be using yum update. So I'm just firstly, we are just updating our system before installing any of the application, right? So -y, it means forcefully, yes, it will be typing, right? So now it is taking some time to update the system, right? So you can see it is going on. All the repositories, everything has been done, right? So nothing to do, completed. Now we have updated our system. Now let us install Nginx. So I'll be installing Amazon Linux using some extras of it to install Nginx service, right? So here I can install directly actually sudo install Nginx. Let me just give you, we are already in Linux root directory, right? So I can use sudo install Nginx 1. All right. So there should be any operand after the Nginx. So we can use any simple Nginx also. Like we can use some -y also we can use, or install only a simple Nginx, right? And after it, now I'll be showing you how we can create the image also in this. Firstly, what we need to go do is we just go to actions and then images and this. So firstly, I need to select our instance. So I've selected the instance, and then we just go to actions and then images. So here you can create any image. So any custom image you can use. So I'm using AMI1, right? So description is actually optional, but you can use the same name as description also, right? So all these things are EBS and size is 8. We are not changing anything over here. We are just creating our image, right? So all these things we need to do it. Enable, right? So you can add any new tag also into it, and you can create any customization. I mean, if any images in your system or any images on GitHub, that also you can install by your own, right? So here you can add your own volume also, you can add your own tag also. So all these things we can do from this, right? Now, next very important part I need to tell, that I told you that DevOps engineers are very much in demand in our IT sector. So this is the journal. I'll be just showing you few companies salary packages in India for DevOps engineer role. Right. So this year, actually, few companies came to our university, and they are providing us the package more than 20 lakhs per year. 20 to 25 lakhs they are providing. Firstly, they are just asking for your GitHub IDs. Students are actually putting their projects on GitHub IDs. So from there, if your GitHub ID is strong now, guys, that will be a good impact to the recruiters, right? So then according to their GitHub IDs, they just call for the test and the interviews. And we are actually covering 8 to 9 tools in our curriculum, right? And all those tools actually been asked. Very popular tools which are asked in the IT companies are Docker and Kubernetes. So we are actually working on all these tools, and we are making good projects. The students are placing their projects on GitHub. They are actually having their own GitHub IDs, right? So all these things actually very importantly is that DevOps engineers are very much in demand, and their salary packages are also very good, right? All right. So any questions or anything anyone wants to ask, they can ask. Thank you from my side.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So it was wonderful delight for discuss on these topics by Ms. Priyanka Gupta. What actually is DevOps, platform engineering, AI chatbots, benefit of AI in DevOps, limitation of AI for DevOps, and phases of DevOps. So now I would request to admission nominee, Dr. Kavisha Duggal, to be on the screen. Over to you, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dilvinder ma'am. Thank you so much, Priyanka ma'am. I'll just share my screen because ma'am is sharing. Dilvinder ma'am, can you just let me know the screen is visible?
Miss Priyanka ma'am, can you please switch off? I mean, don't share your screen. That ma'am can share the screen now.
Yeah.
Yes, it's available.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Perfect. Over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, a very good afternoon, my dear students. So I'm sure you've got a deep insight about the DevOps, and now we'll be discussing about the lovely professional university. right? We'll be talking about all the accreditations, approvals, and we'll be going for the exotic journey of lovely professional university. When I talk about any of the accreditations and approvals, the first and the foremost thing that comes in my mind, and of course your mind, I'm sure you'll want to know that where you're going, what are the rankings, what are the approvals that the university has. Of course you want to know that, I'm sure. May I have some answers in the Q&A? If you can write down, yes, ma'am, we want to know. If I can get some responses from your side. So we'll also have that boost up. Yes, the students are listening to us.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
As I can see, there are some questions from our participant. We'll discuss after you. We'll discuss later. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
You
So
can
when
go.
I'm talking about the accreditations, I'll definitely talk about the NAC. Lovely Professional University has got NAC A++ grade with score 3.68 on 4. It is one of the marvelous achievement of Lovely Professional University. Talking about the accreditations, we have all the necessary accreditations to run a particular program and the approvals. We are UGC approved university, private university. How we have got such good approvals? Because of our record breaking placement. If I talk about, yes, we had the highest placement, that is 3 crore, and this is one of the highest placement that our student has got. Now if I talk about the recent placement, 64 lakh package Hari Krishna has got in Google. Talking about the various other placements, we have the students who have got in Palo Alto Networks with the 54.75 lakh package and many more. Now, when I'm talking about such good placements in computer science, right? What is the reason? Reason, I think what Priyanka ma'am has demonstrated in 10 minutes, that my students actually study for 4 years. That is the reason we have such good placements. Placements are always directly proportional to the curriculum that we are teaching to you, the kind of trainings that we provide to you, the kind of placement sessions that we conduct in the university. That is the reason we have such good placements. You have the live examples, I'll say. The students are depicted in the, I think, in the PPT with their images. So you're going to have the feel that, yes, next is your image that can be projected in upcoming sessions. Then we talk about the another wonderful rankings. The World University Ranking 2023 has ranked 23rd LPU among all the top universities. If I talk about the engineering, because we are having the students of engineering who are interested in BTech, 6th in engineering worldwide. Then a very important ranking, if I talk about, that is the URI, World's University with Real Impact, has ranked LPU 2nd, right? And then if I talk about the Atal ranking of Institution of Innovation Achievement, it is they have ranked LPU 3rd. Innovation means we are very much focusing not only on the placements, research is our main motive. And you will be glad to know that students in the 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, they are also part of our research. It's not only the researchers and only the PhD holders are going for the research. The students like you are also part of our innovative teams. Then we not only focus on, my dear students, we not only focus on only on the studies. We focus on your overall development. We focus on your all the cultural activities. We focus on the sports as well. That is the reason that LPU has created the history. 12 out of 13 students, 1 Olympic medal, 1 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medal. It is one of the greatest achievement of all. I'll say that yes, they are the virtues of lovely professional university. And who doesn't know about the Neeraj Chopra? We have the, and there is no stop to this person. He is doing great in everywhere, and he is the he's the student of lovely professional university. We are working on sports, right? If we talk about the sports, we cannot forget that yes, 106th Indian Science Congress was held in lovely professional university and was inaugurated by none other than by Honorable PM of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Then we have all the top humanities in our university, the Dalai Lama. If I talk about the ex-president of India, Pranab Mukherjee ji, we have the Shri Arun Jaitley ji, who inaugurated our LPU startup school. All the eminent personalities are part of lovely professional university. We have the wisdom of words from Gohar Gopal Das ji to make our students value their life. Then, of course, fun, entertainment is always part of lovely professional university. We have, you name a film star, and we had it in our campus. Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone, MS Dhoni, Sonam Kapoor, You can see it. It's all there in the slides, right? So we always believe that fun is very important. Look at this exotic view of lovely professional university. This is the most Instagrammable place. My lot of students are posting the images with this. This is the architect of lovely professional university. Let's peep inside this architecture. We have an auditorium with 2,500 of capacity, right? Huge. All the major events, your workshops, where there'll a huge requirement that will be held here itself. We have the labs, the fully equipped library, which is open till 12 at night. Now, this is the, I'll call it the heart of university. It is the uni center. All your basic amenities will be available inside this. You can say all the daily routine. You have all the facilities, the marts are there, the gym is there, your fitness is very important, your bowling activities, of course, your health. We have a hospital with 25 beds, and the very good doctors are available to take care of your health. And we do care about our, earth. We have solar panels as well. And this is the view of lovely professional university, the lush green environment where you're going to be spending your next 4 years. I'm sure you must be very excited to see how your university looks like. Nowadays, we have virtual tours with us. And now you can easily hear. Look at the lovely professional university shining and glowing in the light of moon and stars. And of course, we believe it's a completely ragging-free campus. And when you're entering your hostels, the turnstile gates, you need to punch and you can enter. Nobody can enter without the ID card. And sports, very important. How this Neeraj Chopra, how others have got so good laurels to the country. It is because we have all the amenities inside the campus, the badminton court, the shooting range, the basketball court. And very important, we have Olympic size all-weather swimming pool inside the campus. You can see it, and students are practicing on it, and they are bringing the medals to the country, not only to the university. You name a sport and we have it on our campus. Now coming back to the study grant. I don't know how many of you have already filled your LPU nest, but definitely you need to fill your LPU nest because we offer a study grant. Study grant, if I talk about in BTech, we give to top 500 students of LPU nest who will get a grant of 1 lakh rupees if they get the admission into IIT or NIT. That is related to the study grant. Now, moving ahead, let's go live and talk about the various programs that are offered in computer science. We have various programs. How you can search it, you need to go to lpu.in. This is the website. If you can right now log in, I can help you out how you can go further. And in the morning, you must have received few calls also from the university, and you can even contact the members if you are looking forward to fill the form, or if you've already filled the form, how you're going to proceed with the test. They can actually guide you. Moving towards, there's a regular programs. You can click on the regular programs. You'll get all the programs that are available. See, lpu.in. Okay, then there is an engineering. If you're interested in computer science, you will click on the computer science. You can see all the programs that are available, like BTech computer science is there, then honors programs are there, then work integrated programs are there, industry collaborative programs are there. So today we were discussing about this program, right? BTech computer science DevOps. When I'm talking about this particular program, of course, there's a difference between a simple BTech and when we're talking about a specialized BTech. My dear students, when I'm talking, I have just checked down. There's one question also that student has asked, ma'am, which BTech is the best BTech? I'll answer this question with this only, right? What I'm telling you, I can vouch on that. Whatever is there on my website, any program that is there on my website, that is the best. That is why it is on the website of lovely professional university. If it will be lagging 1% also, now trust me, my dear students, I will never have it on board. All the programs that are there, let's talk about the computer science. We have various programs. We have BTech, we have honors, we have work integrated. There's a difference in the little bit on the pattern. Okay, that is the major difference. Now, if I talk about BTech, and I'll talk about the DevOps program, DevOps software development and IT program. What is the difference? When I'm talking about a BTech, I'm giving you a specialization that I'll be offering you in 4th semester onwards, right? You'll be studying 1 year, 1.5 years, then you will be choosing your specialization as you're not aware that, okay, what specialization you should be going on. But nowadays, like students have already studied computers, they're very well adapted to the AWS and they know the things. So if you're very sure that, okay, I want to go for DevOps or I want to go for a software development, then these are the specialized programs that we have offered to the students. And specializations will not wait to offer you in the 4th semester. In this particular program, when I'm talking about the DevOps software development IT, entire with Xavier, I'll be offering you the specialization from semester 1 or semester 2. Again, I'll do a comparison. If I talk about the simple BTech CSE, I'll be offering you 6 to 8 specializations. But in this particular program, if I'm talking about in the Xavier, I'll be offering, or any work integrated program, I'll be offering you these specializations that are from 8 to 12. You'll be studying additional courses, right? How you're able to study additional courses, we never do compromise on the basic courses. Whatever there's a basic requirement of courses that will be available in each and every computer science engineering that we are offering. Maybe you go for any particular program, because at the end, my dear students, you are computer science engineers, right? So we do not do compromise on that. Along with that, the benefit is, of course, there's number of specializations that you're studying. Along with that, the mentors you're going to get from Xavier. And the Xavier, if the Xavier brings any company, for the placement, then Xavier students will definitely have one add-on advantage. Otherwise, we never stop any student from sitting in any placement. The placement is open for the first time when you're sitting. It is up to you that which company you want to choose. That is another placement policy that is available. Now let's talk about the DevOps eligibility. Of course, the eligibility for all the BTech computer science or all the BTechs is 60% aggregate marks in your class 10 plus 2 with with physics, mathematics, and English. And you need to qualify LPU Nest or CUT. I think many of the students have filled the CUT also, but there is a subjects that you need to give in the CUT. If you have not given that, but I normally suggest the students should apply for LPU Nest, because it's not only for the eligibility part, we do offer a very good scholarship on this. Then talking about the fee is 1,70,000 for this particular course, but we do offer a very good scholarship. The scholarship, it is 30%, 25%, and 20%. But how you can get that? And one thing I'll really want to stress up here. I'm sure you're looking for various universities, various colleges. One thing, we offer the scholarship not only for 1 semester or 1 year, my dear students, we offer it throughout 4 years. It's a very important point. We offer it for throughout 4 years. It is only cancelled if you're found in any of the misconduct or maybe, unavoidable things. Then only it will be cancelled. Otherwise, we never cancel our students' scholarship, right? And how you can get it? There are 3 ways, right? If you can get the scholarship, if you get into LPU Nest, if you get into category 1, if in 90% marks in your class 12, or in JEE means if you're getting a score more than 95 percentile. So you can get, you're liable for anyone. If you qualify, you'll be liable for 30% of the scholarship, and your fee will be only 1,19,000. Talking about the category 2, you need to get into LPU Nest cutoff category 2. In LPU Nest also, you have 2 chances, right? First chance and the second chance. 2 chances are there on 1 application only. And then if you get in your class 12, 90 to 94.9%, then you get 25% of the scholarship, and your fee will be 1,27,500. Coming to the category 3, if it is you get into the LPU Nest category 3 or 80 to 89.9 in your class 12 or JEE main percentile, more than 80 but less than 90. Again, you will get the 20% scholarship, and your fee will be 1,36,000. Everything in detail is available on the website. If you have any concerns, you can always call on the helpline number. It's available on the website. And to check on the various webinars, if you want to check the recording, if you have missed anything on the webinar, you can see here in admissions, there is written here, LPU EduFair webinars. It's mentioned here, right? So you can click on the webinar session. I think there is something that is going on here. 1 second. Yeah. So you can see all the webinars that are already conducted on upcoming webinars. If you want to see the upcoming webinars, you can check in on, and you can scan, or if you want to see the past webinars that are also available on the website itself. Over to you, Dalvinder ma'am. If there's any questions, we can take that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. As I can see, there are some questions from our participants. Thanks for giving me a chance to address your questions. Now, let's start with the first question is for Priyanka Gupta, ma'am. Yes, how has the adoption of generative AI impacted DevOps practices?
All right. As I told you that DevOps earlier, when we are not using it with AI or Gen AI, it gives us the normal results. I mean, the results are not optimized. They are the normal results. They are delaying in time. But whenever we are using generative AI, it gives us the algorithms, which gives us the better result in terms of the software release and the optimizations they are including. It gives us the better results in better speed, actually, right? And it gives us the lesser code, which is just the optimized one, not the longer one, which gives us so much time and results are in the delayed manner. So they are actually, in terms of time, they are better for us and gives us very crisp and the optimized results.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. The next question is also for Priyanka Gupta, ma'am.
Yes.
What are some emerging best practices for managing and monitoring AI-driven DevOps pipelines?
All right. So for DevOps pipelines and for AI, we have so many best practices. For example, for the pipelining, we have CI/CD pipeline. For that, we are using Jenkins tools for us. Whenever my students also in the class, they are making the projects on DevOps. Now they are making use of CI/CD pipeline, where we just allow them to, deploy their project very quickly, very efficiently, and they can host their own website. They can actually make your own applications, whether it's a mobile app or a web application, and they can deploy it better way. Without wasting any time, they are just using Jenkins tool, which provide the ready-made platform for them to use the CI/CD pipeline. And AI actually is using that CI/CD pipeline to make it more efficient in terms of the projects or the applications.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Next question is from Ayush for Dr. Kavisha, ma'am. Which engineering branch is best, which will give placement in the era of AI?
I answered this when I was addressing, I read the question actually. I'll say you do anything in computer science or maybe in mechanical and electronics, but do it with the core. You should know the core things of it. You will have placement. Definitely. If you're going, don't think that, okay, fine, if I go for, computer science, my placement opportunity will be less. No, we give equal placement opportunity in all the programs. It is only your caliber that is going to take, right? From our side, there's never like, okay, fine, or this particular program, this particular course should be given a opportunity when the Google is coming, or this particular course should not be given an opportunity like even that, Amazon is coming. It's not like that. If anything, Priyanka ma'am, you would like to add on this?
Yeah, definitely. Because whenever we see our students, right, we are actually open for all these. I mean, if I talk about DevOps now, guys, whenever any DevOps companies come, right? So we are not like that only that DevOps persons will visit, or if I say, okay, software developer companies coming, full stack companies coming, we are not fixing, okay, these many students will go and sit over there. So all the students will get the chance based on your CGP and all. And definitely if your skills, the core skills are perfect, if you are working on your skills and your basics, you will definitely get placed.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. The next question is for Dr. Kavisha, ma'am, from Ansh Tripathi. My family income is less than 1 lakh per annum. So can I get any scholarship?
Okay. Scholarship will be based on your class 12 marks or your LPU nest or your JEE mains. Scholarship is based on these three, right? Or if you're a board topper, we do give the scholarship on that basis also. We do offer the need-based scholarships that we need to check on which particular program you're going for, right? We need to check that you're falling under which category of the need based, and it depends upon which particular program you're going for. So for that, I'll just request you that you can connect with the counselor and tell us the interest in which particular program you're going, and then we can check a scholarship that is applicable for that particular program, right? Because there are certain scholarships which are not available in a particular program. Suppose if you're talking about any of the honors program, or if you're talking about any of the Kalbium program, so need based will not be available in that. So in that case also, the scholarships we can give you on basis of LPU nest, JEE mains and class 12th, that is obviously there. But additional scholarships, I need to check on which particular program you're going for. Along with that, I can even help you for the loan. that loan department team is there. If you're really interested, connect with me, or you can share your number here in the chat box. What I can do is I can arrange a call for you. That is definitely possible. Ansh, if you can share your number right now, I can connect a call with you. Or maybe you can call us from the helpline number, anything as you, because in CSC also we have various programs, right? So we need to check on which particular program with your marks and everything. So I'll just note down, and Ansh, right now only I'll arrange a call for you, right? So you'll get a call, beta. Another 5 to 10 minutes, there'll be a call for you from our side. Thank you, Ansh.
Thank you, ma'am. There is one more question from Megha. How the university is taking care of the security and safety of the students?
Okay, if I talk about the security and safety, I've already showed you in the PPT as well. We have a turnstile gates. We have the 24 hours of security guards. It's not only the male are there, we have the for the female also. And even if you're going for the library and you need to go and you're coming back around 12 o'clock, there'll be the lady security guards who will help you and escort you to your hostel. So your definitely your security is our prime responsibility. No doubt in that. Even if you're going out of the hostel, you're going for, you're going to visit your parents, your SMS will go to your parents. So that is one of the concern that we always take care.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope the participants got their answers. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to extend a heartfelt thanks to our esteemed experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your contributions have truly enriched our discussions and inspired us all. On the behalf of all attendees of this webinar, I would like to thank all for your insightful participation. Hopefully the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding their admission. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. With the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much.